Hello everybody, it's I'm T-Man Miner, and I'm here talking to you today about manga. Actually, not doing a video game today. I have been infatuated right now with Chainsaw Man. If you have not seen it, what is wrong with you? They just released the movie, and the movie was fucking amazing. I have no problems with the movie. I did when I first saw it, but then I watched it 2 more times after that, and I was like, this shit is amazing. It's it's a beautiful love story, and I have nothing bad to say about it. It's just that good. I honestly, I couldn't say a single thing bad about their love story, other than the fact that fuck you, Makima. And that's the only thing that I have to say about that. I have gotten to the point where I started reading the entire manga, and I am fully caught up now. I decided to look at some of Fujimoto's earlier work. I started with some of his one-shots, some interesting ones, and some pretty interesting ones. And if you didn't understand the joke, that's because it's my facial expressions are telling you that some of them were okay, some of them were weird, and some of them were just amazing. But every single one of them had a great story. And then I read his first Shonen Jump manga. And I have to say, what the fuck? That's all I have to say about it. It's just, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's weird. It's confusing, and it's interesting. And yeah, so I'm gonna talk about it. Chapter 1 opened up in a snowy landscape. The main character, whose name is Agni, and he was chopping off his arm to feed to the people of his village because he can regenerate his limbs very quickly in like the span of a second or 2. And he has a little sister. I'm blanking on her name because I read this a little bit ago. I'm blanking on her name, but I guess I'll look back and I'll put it in editing here right here. Okay, so she's chopping off his arm. She says, why don't they chop off her arm? Because she can regenerate too, but he says that it takes her a whole hour to regenerate her arm, where it takes him like a second. So it makes sense that they're chopping off his arm instead of hers. They feed to the people of the village his arm. Cannibalism, I know. And one of the people dies because they don't want to be a cannibal. And honestly, I understand. I wouldn't either. I would much rather just die. And I'd let them eat me if they want to be cannibals. I don't see a problem with that. And then they get into night time, and Agni's little sister, Luna, that's her name, Luna. Agni's little sister, Luna, asks him to make a baby with her. Yeah, and my thought process here was, what the fuck? It was interesting, to tell you the truth. I honestly, I'm not 100% sure on how I felt about that in the moment. I continued to read though, and we got this guy who's like the general of a portion of the army, who comes to the town, the village that they're staying in, and finds out that they're cannibals and burns the place to the ground. So that is why the manga is called Fire Punch, because Agni is constantly regenerating and constantly on fire until he dies. But he can't die. The man is literally constantly in pain because he can't die. It's fucked. In the biggest sense of the word, it's fucked. And I honestly loved it. His motivation for staying alive, because apparently he can stop his regenerating powers, is his little sister Luna telling him to live. So he lives. And that's basically the end of chapter 1. He teaches himself how to walk and how to talk and how to breathe again. And that's chapter 1. Chapter 2 starts off as one of the chapters ever. I believe it started off in their family home. People coming in, taking over, killing their family, and then using them to create firewood, using them as firewood. And I I was interested until one of the guys came in and told his little sister to open her mouth. And then I was disgusted. And I was like, why? Why do this? Why would you want to do this? And I can honestly see Fujimoto's face inside my mind just saying, why not? So after this, he chops the guy up into bits, I think it is, and it cuts back to the present where he's saving some people. I don't know. I think I was not very interested in this part. Well, it's not that I wasn't interested. It's that it didn't resonate with me. I didn't get reminded of it because I read this a little while ago, and it didn't resonate with me as much as the incest, I guess, is the best way of saying that. It didn't resonate. It didn't make me think because it wasn't completely out there. It was not out there enough for me to remember it. But he meets this kid who has electricity powers. Then they kind of just like, he keeps beating up people until he gets captured. And so does the kid who's brought in as a slave. Don't remember a whole lot else about the chapters like 3 through 5 or something. I don't remember a whole lot about that. I just remember snowmobiles, Agni like looking for the kid, melting snow or something. So Agni's looking for the kid, he's melting snow. He gets captured by them like cutting off his head and consistently shooting him so he cannot regenerate. And then they bring him to the capital, which has a weird name that I'm not going to try to pronounce. It's going to be right here for people who give a shit. I can honestly say I was confused up to this point, and then it made a little bit more sense like after. No, it did not make sense. I don't know what I'm saying. I am just completely lost as to where this made sense in my head. So he gets captured, brought to the capital, and so does the kid, who is now a slave, who is in a building with a 13-year-old girl, and the other kid's like 9, the kid that Agni was with. So he's 9, and there's a 13-year-old girl, and they're talking, they want to leave, they want to get out. And let's just say that this 9-year-old boy is not the smartest person. He doesn't understand a lot of things. And if I remember correctly, I read up to chapter 10. That's when I stopped because I was like, this is weird and gross and disgusting, and I can save my brain power and stuff like that. But if you guys want me to continue reading it, I will, just to put you guys through that. Please don't. He gets to, like, they stop shooting for a second. He's able to regenerate his body and beat the shit out of everyone. And then he immediately sees the guy who lit him on fire all those years ago, and he tries to kill him. But the guy's like, "Nuh-uh, I'm not gonna let you kill me. You're gonna, like, I'll repent any other way other than dying." Which, no, you can only repent by death in any sense of that. I mean, sure, they were cannibals, but you committed mass genocide, so you don't get to be like, this weighs on my conscience, don't kill me. That's not how that works. Then we get introduced to a new character who loved old movies. This is set way in the future, like 2230 something, and she liked movies of this era, Home Alone, Star Wars, stuff like that. She made all these references to it. It's pretty funny. And then she decides that she wants to make a movie herself. So she's going to make a movie about the fucked up world that they live in. Get the character? Good. That's good, because I didn't understand why she did what she did. Now that we are introduced to that character, we get back to the 9-year-old and 13-year-old. Hi, Future T-Man here, and I'm here to actually say I was technically wrong in this portion. This happened before we met the girl, but I just misplaced it inside of my own head because I hadn't seen it in a long time. Now that I'm going through it to get pictures for the manga and everything, I see that I was wrong, and I'm sorry. So, Baggin they're in this building, and she's like, I don't want to become a sex worker. And the guy's like, oh, don't worry, you're not gonna do that. I wouldn't make you do that. And then he brings in his dogs. The dogs are nice, and the little girl is talking with the guy, and then she makes a gesture so that the 9-year-old can zap him with electricity. And he had forgotten the gesture was to stick out her tongue, and then he would zap him. He did not do that. He had forgotten, and the guy said, I want to watch you have sex with my dogs. So now we got bestiality in here. This manga is everywhere, and it's fucked, and it's weird, and I don't understand it. And all I know is that I have lost brain cells by reading it, and if you want me to lose more, then hit the like and subscribe button. We get back into it, and the electric kid zaps the guy, and they try to run away. They are caught, and the electric kid gets his legs cut off. The 13-year-old girl is then taken by soldiers onto a train. All of this is happening while Agni is still trying to kill the guy who set him on fire and killed Luna. His motivation is very understandable, and I do like it a lot. I do. I like Agni as a character because he's a very well-rounded, deep, emotion-full character. He's constantly in every pain imaginable. Psychological, a physical pain, a mental, I said mental. He's in every pain imaginable, constantly. I mean, you would be too if you lost your sister and constantly burning to death, but regenerating that burning to death, and whatever else. But all of this happens, and guess what happens on the train? We're on the train now. These soldiers are trying to the 13-year-old girl, and the person who's trying to make the movie tells the soldiers to do it because everyone will hate them, and it'll be so much cooler for the movie when they die because they will be like they're vilified. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, stop them. And the soldiers were like, we're gonna kill you. And she's like, no, keep going, I want to see it. And the 13-year-old was like, I'll do anything you want if you kill them. So the girl kills them. And that was the end of chapter 10. Or is like the beginning of chapter 10. And that's when I stopped reading because I was just like, we are in 10 chapters and we already have incest with 2 minors. Of a minor 2 times. We have bestiality of a minor. We have cutting off the legs of a minor. We have all of this stuff. It's everywhere. It's in there. It's online. And you can read this on Shonen Jump website. And it's so unbelievably fucked up, and I hate it. And I don't want to read more of it, but I do kind of want to read more of it because I want to know what happens to Agni. And it spawned the most beautiful meme on the internet, which is right here. This is the funniest fucking picture ever. I love this picture. And they have one for every single Chainsaw Man character. And it's the funniest shit ever. And I honestly think that this is so funny that when I saw this the first time, I laughed my ass off for 30 fucking minutes. That is not a joke. 30 literal minutes of my life spent just laughing at this fucking picture because it was that goddamn funny. I am constantly in pain now because I think this is a funny picture and this is a shitty ass manga. It's not shitty. I shouldn't say shitty. It's weird. It's confusing. I don't understand it. Fujimoto, what were you cooking? Honestly. What were you cooking? This shit has a subreddit, and I have no idea how many people are on this fucking subreddit. It is stupid what people fucking do with their lives. And it is so fucking funny. The internet is a goddamn shit post of funny shit, and I love and hate it. And yeah. Okay, so here's the fire punch. And here's a picture of it. There are 23,000 weekly visitors. 23,000 with 399 weekly contributions. This manga has been over for like, I don't even know how long. And I'm honestly confused how people can sit here and ask and talk about this shit as if it's good, because it isn't. It is not good. It's not good. It's okay. It's confusing and it's weird, but it's okay. It's an okay manga to read. It's confusing as all hell, but it's an okay manga to read if you're just like, I don't even know. I don't know how to say, I don't know what to say about it. I honestly don't, because I'm constantly in a state of like, what am I? What am I doing when I was reading this? I was constantly just saying, what am I doing reading this? Why do I continue to read it? What is this? And I'm going to look at exactly where I stopped. Yes, my last chapter read was chapter 10. It's good, but it's not good. It's weird, it's confusing, it's okay. Whereas Chainsaw Man was good. It's beautiful, but heartbreaking. Whereas this one is also, in a way, this one's beautiful and heartbreaking and confusing, and it's a mix of a shit ton of confusing things, and I don't know how I should feel about it. The internet has become a shitpost of a bunch of things. Tatsuki Fujimoto is a weird guy. That there's a video of him trying to levitate. He once told a story about how he ate his pet fish because ants were trying to carry it away after it died. He went to the... I'll find the clip and I'll put it in the description if you guys want to see it. This is the best, worst thing I have ever seen. And I love it. And I hate it. It's beautiful and confusing. It's a shitpost. Is the best way I can describe it. It's just a shitpost. Thank you guys for watching the video. You guys are all amazing. You're great. This honestly is an experience that I don't know how I could ever come back from. Just this manga is interesting, and if you guys want me to read more, I'll read more, and I'll post my thoughts and exactly how I feel about the manga. If you guys want to see it, you know, comment down below, or like, subscribe, do all those things. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know anymore, because I don't know if I can understand the brain of a genius as Fujimoto. But yeah. So I'll see you guys later.